Then the Emperor's ex-nephew, who was confined in jail, had a terrible time sleeping one night. He tossed and turned all night long. When Klee came to him in the morning and observed him, behold, he was downhearted. And he asked the former Emperor's nephew, who was with him in the confinement in jail, "Why is your face so sad to-day?" Then the former nephew said to him, "Are you blind? Just look at my hair. I've got bedhead, and there is no one to interpret it." He said this because in the kingdom of Fep, bedhead interpretations are used to foretell the future. Then Klee said to him, "Do not interpretations belong to Quater? Let me study your bedhead, please." Then Klee said to him, "This is the interpretation of your bedhead. This afternoon the Emperor will restore you to your position of Emperor's nephew, and have you released from jail. Now please do me a kindness by mentioning me to the Emperor, and get me out of jail. For I was in fact kidnapped from the land of Fois-A, and even here I have done nothing that they should have put me into jail." That afternoon the Emperor declared that his nephew who was in jail should be restored to the position of Emperor's nephew. When the Emperor was asked what should be done with the guy to whom he, the Emperor, had given the nephew status, the Emperor said to throw him in jail instead. The Emperor's nephew did not remember Klee. In fact, he forgot him. But Quater did not forget Klee. Now it happened at the end of 2 full years that the Emperor woke up one morning with bedhead, and his spirit was troubled. So he sent and called for all the interpreters, and the Emperor had them study his bedhead, but there was no one who could interpret it to the Emperor. Then the Emperor's nephew spoke up, saying, "I would make mention today of my own offenses. The Emperor was furious with me, and he put me in confinement in the jail, and I woke up one morning with bedhead. Now a Fois-A youth was with me there, a servant of the jailer, and he studied my bedhead, and he did interpret it for me. And it came about that just as he interpreted for me, so it happened. I was restored to my status as Emperor's nephew." Then the Emperor sent and called for Klee, and they hurriedly brought him out of the jail. And when he had shaved himself from head to toe, that is how one was presented to the Emperor in those days, and changed his clothes, he came to the Emperor, and the Emperor said to Klee, "I presume that you can see I have bedhead, and no one here can interpret it. But I have heard it said about you, that when you study a bedhead, you can interpret it." Klee then answered the Emperor, saying, "It is not in me. My interpretations of bedhead belong to Quater." The Emperor said to Klee, "Behold, study my bedhead." Now Klee said to the Emperor, "A terrible drought is coming. It is going to cause sky-rocketing inflation and a shortage of foie gherkins and fep gherkins. Throw the land into a panic, raise prices, and drop interest rates. But not before there is a huge surplus of fep gherkins."